and welcome to your trivia for today. Some interesting things have happened on August 9th past. In 1898, Rudolf Diesel patented his diesel combustion engine. In 1965, Singapore gained its independence. In 2002, Usain Bolt became the first person to win the 100 and 200 metre in back-to-back Olympics. And last year, a giant inflatable chicken with a wig was placed outside the White House in protest. I feel like history lessons of the future are going to be strange. Anyway, I'm Kathryn Goldsmith and I'm here to lead you through today's HQ quiz, which will hopefully go down in history as the day you won. It's easy to play. There are 12 questions from simple to savage, 10 seconds to tap the answer. If you get it right, you move on, and if you answer all 12 correctly, then you win or split the cash prize. And today's prize is a whopping £1,000. So, before you start dreaming of the glory and writing today's date in the diary as your HQ anniversary for next year, you've got some trivia to get through first. Shall we get going? All right then, let's go with Q1. Which verb means to get off a plane or a ship? Dismantle, disappoint, disembark. I'll say those again, shall I? Dismantle, disappoint, disembark. Really well done. If you get it right in advance is the first question. Use that brain power. You can dismantle either of them, but you'd better know how to put them back together. The posh word for walking the plank, it's disembark, not disappoint, which was the wrong word that I said. Yeah, 73,000 of you straight through on that one. If you ever thought dismantle, I don't know if you're just, vandals. We've been disembarking since the 16th century, so I guess we kind of just fell off before that. Q2. What is actor Dwayne Johnson's wrestling name? The Brick, the Pebble, the Rock. Little hint, do you remember him visiting a certain Scot on a certain quiz show, perhaps? That was a great game, wasn't it? Well, they'll all get his attention, but which one won't get you flattened? Making the biggest splash, he's known as The Rock. Of course, we remember him with Scott as well. 72,000 of you getting that one. Well done. Calling him a brick will get you the eyebrow, but you'd better get some life insurance before calling him a pebble. Okay, don't forget that tonight we've got our tech trivia game. So at 9 p.m, Beric is going to be bringing you all of that tech trivia, and I wish you the best of luck with that one. It's going to be a great game. Now, time to shout out some office teams. Hello to the Niche team at Twitter UK, the Yellow Pages delivery team, and Wallscope, especially Lucy, who I'm told is their pet brain. I don't know. Hi to Just Eat's Global Ops team, Tombola Yellow Room, Glasgow Clyde ICT team, and to the Gateshead Housing Electricians. But a special note to Jez there, stay on your own patch, mate. Right, we better get back to work. Q3. The name of which equine pace is believed to derive from a city in southern England? Canter, trot, gallop. I always like horses. I like to sort of stroke their faces and stuff, but I'm not sure I want to get on one. I feel like that's too terrifying. And if you went for a trot, then I'm afraid you've fallen behind here. Galloping in slow motion, it's a canter. And of course, if you ride horses, you will have got that one easily. Oh, I tell you what, 49,000 of you know. But we got, that was brutal, wasn't it? Not quite savage, but definitely a bit brutal. Well done if you got that one right. 20,000 of you gone. Short for Canterbury Gallop, it referred to the relaxed pace of pilgrims making their way to the cathedral. Q4. The tympanic membrane is commonly known by what name? Eyelid, eardrum, nasal bone. Another great opportunity to start singing the Funny Bone song, but I will spare you this time. Touching any of them feels weird, but which one literally makes Tim panic? Less than 1 millimetre thick, but making quite the din. It's the eardrum. Timpani drum. Did you get that one? Again, a little bit brutal there. 10,000 of you off for the eyelid there. And again, nearly 5,000 of you for the nasal bone. Well done if you went through. Now, your eardrums amplify sounds so you can hear them. So maybe keep that cotton bud out of there. Q5. Celine Dion represented which of these countries in the Eurovision Song Contest? France, Belgium, Switzerland. I feel like this is one, if you know, you know. If you're a Eurovision fan, you're going to get this one right. Celine is definitely Canadian, confusing, but whose flag was she waving at Eurovision? Red and white, so close enough. It was Switzerland, not only good for chocolate, also good for Eurovision. And do you know what? I'm calling it. It's savage. Over half of you went. Absolute savagery there. Do you know what? I see why it fooled you, because I was a bit like, I'm sure she's not from Switzerland. But really well done if you got that one. Nearly 15,000 of you still going through. Celine did more than represent as well. She went and won the whole thing with her song, Don't Leave Without Me. And again, I promise I won't start singing. Q6. Which satirical website was created by former journalists from the Sunday Times and the Scotsman? The Onion, the Daily Mash, the Poke. We love to make fun of ourselves here in the UK, don't we? Even more fun if you're making fun of someone else. Well, they're three less than serious news sites, but that's exactly what they're going for. Serving up all of your 5 lols a day, it's the Daily Mash. A really popular one, and well done. Congratulations. Do you know what? Still quite brutal, isn't it? 5,000 of you went for The Onion. Really popular, that one as well, of course. Now, Neil Rafferty and Paul Stokes smooshed together in 2007 and have been making the news bearable ever since. Q7. Which US president reportedly spoke Chinese? Richard Nixon, Herbert Hoover, Theodore Roosevelt. Which one of them spoke Chinese? Very clever of them. Well, Nixon probably wishes he kept his mouth shut, but who could chit-chat in Chinese? Henry's granddad, it's Herbert Hoover. Not only could he speak Chinese, he had a great name. Do you know what? I think it's savage again. I think we've got some more savagery here. Question 7. Really well done. More of you out than in now. Wow, well done. Good president knowledge if you got that one. He hoovered up the language while working in China, but was better at absorbing it than spitting it back out. Well, that's how hoovers work, isn't it? Q8. Which of these cities is the capital of an African country? Thimphu, Manama, Asmara. Thimphu, Manama, Asmara. They're all lovely to say. Much nicer than English place names, aren't they? Well, they've all got capital letters, but who's the capital of Eritrea? Hard to breathe, but fun to say. It's Asmara. It does sound beautiful. Could make a nice name, that as well, couldn't it? Really well done if you got that one correct. We're under 2,000 of you now at question 8. This could be big wins. Manama is the capital of Bahrain, while Thimphu smells much nicer than it sounds. Q9. In which of these World Cup final tournaments were penalty shootouts first used? Mexico 86, Spain 82, Italy 90. Which one first had penalty shootouts? Well, England finally won one, but who hosted the first World Cup nerve-wrecker? Italy won the trophy, but it was Spain 82. Football fans out there, do you know what? It's triple savagery. It's the 3rd savage question of the quiz. Oh my goodness, if you've got through this far in all this savagery, give yourselves a pat on the back right now. Now, the first shootout was between West Germany and France. No prizes for guessing who won that one. I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. Q8, Q10, the composer of music for The Shining, also created the soundtrack for which of these movies? RoboCop, Total Recall, Tron. Don't know why I suddenly thought we were 2 questions back then. All this savagery's knocked me off course. Well, Wendy Carlos scored The Shining, but which of these sci-fi stunners did she follow up with? Plugging in and synthing out, it was Tron, which I could probably watch The Shining. I'm just too scared. Still haven't watched the whole thing. Well done if you got that one right. Tron was shunned for an Oscar as CGI was seen as cheating at the time. Well, that'll be 0 nominations this year then. Q11. Radiator Building by Georgia O'Keeffe is an example of which art style? Precisionism, abstract expressionism, photorealism. Those of you who've taken art courses, GCSEs, A-levels, you might get this one. Well, Georgia is best known for her big flowers, but what movement did her big building belong to? Realistic without the flash photography, it was precisionism. All the isms, but did you get the right one? Really well done. 412 of you still in the game, so berets at the ready, because we are snooting in to the final round. We started with so many views, thousands upon thousands. We're down to 412 after triple savagery. Are you ready for the final question? Q12. In early maps of the seas, how were sailors depicted as repelling sea monsters? Playing the trumpet, using mirrors, feeding them pigs. All sound a bit mad now, but which one was it? The Nordic seas were full of monsters in the 1500s, but what was the recommended response? Mirrors may have repelled Medusa, but these monsters were made of much stronger stuff. Putting them down with the power of sound, it's trumpets for the win, and that is fanfares for 114 of you who have conquered the quiz. I'd say that last one was almost even a little bit savage. It was certainly brutal, wasn't it? So really well done if you made it through. I tell you what, that was a tough quiz today. Some varied knowledge to get through that one. You've all won £8.77 or £8.78. So really well done if you got that one. A real mix of pictures we've got there. So really well done if you did win. I mean, we've got Hollywood movie stars. We've got what looks like a kind of Renaissance painting. We've got some drinks. Well done. No matter what your picture, if you have won, you've done so well. And again, it's not just about that nearly £9 in your pocket. It's about the pride as well. Well, we've scoured the history books for old singing contests, football tournaments, and sea monster deterrents in today's quiz. And what a good one it was. Well done if this is going to be remembered as the day you won. And if you didn't go all the way, then don't worry. It's all in the past now. I'm Kathryn Goldsmith, and you can find me on Twitter or Instagram, so please do stop by to say hello there. It's always a pleasure to hear from you all. And don't forget, we have our tech special tonight at 9 with the lovely Beric, so gather those technological thoughts in preparation. Perhaps this could be your ticket to HQ success. But for now, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you soon for more Quizzery.